For the past few days, you watched videos on 2 of our mic sets and answered some questions about those. There were some bits of confusion here between a couple things. So here I marked the most missed. I want to go over them so that you guys all clearly understand them. Also going to go over in this video a little bit more about the different mic sets that we use that you did not watch a video on. So first of all, just to re-explain the difference between stereo and mono. Stereo splits your sound between your left and your right channel. So let me explain that here. Say you are using this 2-piece newer set right here. And if you are using that and you're using this transmitter on one person and that transmitter on another person, if you are in stereo mode here on this receiver, what's going to happen is this person's going to go to the left channel and that person's going to go to the right channel. So when you play it back, you're only going to hear this person out of the left ear and that person out of the right ear. That's okay if you're using a more advanced editor like DaVinci and you want to isolate those tracks and just edit this person and just edit that person, but it does create more post-production work for you. That's why it is most common to film in mono mode, which will mix your mics to both of those. So person 1 and person 2 are going to be going to both left and right channels.
You should be hearing this out of only the left side. You should be hearing this out of only the right side. You should be hearing this from both sides. Left, right, both.
Now, if your mic set has what's called mono safety mode is nice because say you're filming at the highest level, the highest gain volume here on this set, what mono safety does is it films a backup track, which will be a few decibels lower. So when you throw that into an editor like DaVinci, you can take that backup track and use it if your sound was peaking or clipping and it's too loud from the raw recording. So mono safety is nice if the mic sets have it. Not all of our mic sets have mono safety. This set happens to have that. Okay, another thing that a lot of you are mixing up was the receiver and the transmitter. So we're going to take a look at all of these sets here so that you know the difference. When you're looking here at this set, your RX or your receiver is this big box in the middle. So this is what you are going to connect to your phone or your computer or your camera, depending on what you're recording to. All receivers have headset capability, so that's what you're going to connect your headset into. Sure, you see these things over here, but on the transmitters, you cannot connect a headset to it. What you can connect to it is an external microphone. So this comes in handy if you don't want to see a big box hanging from a person's shirt, which can be kind of ugly in frame. So that's where you can connect an external lav mic or an external corded mic so that you don't see a box hanging from a person. Looking at the next set here, this is your receiver. You can see that it does have digital controls. It shows if it's in stereo, mono, quad mode, whatever. This is your RX or your receiver. Looking at these are your 4 transmitters or your 4 microphones. Again, these are built-in mics and they have good quality, but if you don't want to see that hanging from the person's shirt, you can connect an external microphone or lav cord to it. Now this set here you did not watch a video on. This is the 7RIMS set. Your big box here in the middle is your receiver. Of course, you can connect a headset to monitor your sound live. You have 4 different mics here. Now, this particular set does not allow you to connect an external microphone cord, which is fine because these have really nice quality and they're pretty small and they look pretty sleek too. So I don't think they're going to look too ugly in the frame here. So this is your receiver here, and then your 4 transmitters or TXs are right here. You can see that there are some lights on there. That indicates your volume level. If you see a full light, your full volume, and you can control your volume right here built onto the transmitter itself. This set here looks a little bit scarier than what it actually is. It behaves just like the other sets. You have your receiver and then you have your 4 transmitters. Now, be careful with this because they do look very similar. Your actual transmitters are pretty large here, which is why they have lav cords that came with it. So if you see the 3.5 millimeter jack on the side here, that is where you can connect your individual lav cords into. So instead of having this big giant jumbo box hanging from somebody's shirt, you can clip this to your belt and you can have the lav cord connected right in, and the lav cords do have little clips there. Now looking at our last mic set here, this is the DJI. This digital box right here that has the LED screen, that is your receiver. Again, you can connect your headset. The outline is what's going to connect to your phone or your camera depending on what you're recording to, and then your transmitters or your TXs are right here. You can see that there is that little 3.5 millimeter jack up here. You can connect an external mic or lav mic to it. And then right up here, that is where your built-in microphone is. So looking at the 5 more premium mic sets that we have here, just kind of taking a look here. You can see that we have noise cancel and mute indicator lights here. It's important to know if you see a green light on these transmitters, that does indicate noise cancel. If you see red indicates muted. Okay, so looking at this here, this big button is going to noise cancel you here, and it's going to light up that ANC, which stands for active noise cancellation. This blue light here, whenever it is green, that indicates noise cancel, and I believe this button right here is your noise cancel. On your 7 rims set, again, if you see one of these blue lights turn green, that indicates noise cancel, and I believe that the noise cancel is on the other side of this transmitter here. This Ceramonic set here is a little bit different because this blue ring will actually be a blend of green and blue whenever noise cancellation is turned on. Over here on the side, I know it's hard to see, but where it says NC, that means if you press on those 2 buttons at the same time, that will activate noise cancellation. And then our DJI set does not have noise cancel, but we are getting a new set that does have it. We'll be getting that here in a few weeks, hopefully. Now, if you see red on any of these transmitters, that means, we're muted. We got to do something about that. So muting, I believe this button does it here. I believe that button does it here. I think the mute button on the other side of this will mute it. Now on the Ceramonic set, you cannot mute right here on the transmitter, but you can mute up here on the receiver. And then on the DJI, I believe the mute button's on the other side here. So again, if you remember that green means noise cancel and red means mute, that's going to help you a lot whenever you're out shooting a film. Hopefully this helped. Hopefully this cleared up some confusion. When we are back in the room, you will get some hands-on time to tinker with all of these sets and explore all the features. You can see that some of these receivers have digital screens, some of them do not. Again, depending on what's available is what you'll be using, so it's important that you know how to use and operate all of these and then troubleshoot them if something goes wrong.